Here's something that I don't think I've eaten since I was a kid, and I don't plan to eat them, and that's Pringles. Who fucking eats Pringles? Seriously, I can't imagine buying that. It's like, what do they grind up potatoes and then fry them in that shape? No thanks. Come on, like really? Anybody see this? Do you eat Pringles? I can't imagine eating that shit. Came here for milk. That half and half is looking delicious. I'll drink half and half. Put it in cereal and stuff. There's heavy cream, I'll do that too. It's delicious. I'll just get milk. I'm on this health kick now. Now that I'm not drinking Red Bull every day. I wasn't just drinking Red Bull, I'd drink, you know, quite a few. I'd drink coffee, but coffee just tears up my stomach, so it's not anything that I can drink. Do I need anything else? You know what I want? I want licorice. And the licorice that you see in stores is crap. Like this shit, this Twizzlers, you know? That's garbage. That's garbage. That's not even licorice. And this is not licorice, okay? Licorice is black. There's no such thing as red licorice. It's gross. Sour Patch. Those look pretty delicious. I'll tell you what looks real good is these hot Polish sausages in vinegar. It's $7 though, you know. I can get that vinegar thing over here with the Fat Freddy, or whatever they call it, Tijuana Mama. I get one of those. One of the ingredients is beef lips. I'm serious. Speaking of something I didn't think that they made anymore, this stuff. This is like ground up jerky, right? And you're supposed to use it like skull. It's like ground up, it's jerky sawdust. Shit you not. I'm not buying it. That's a real ripoff. But I will get this. This looks delicious. Somebody made a comment, I've heard this comment before underneath one of my videos, saying that I have Asperger's, and I do not have Asperger's. I don't. People with Asperger's are sort of really good at one thing. They're not really good at a lot of different things, and that's me. And if that sounds egotistical, that's fine. But the reason why I'm good at a lot of different things is because I've done a lot of different things. I'm good at dog training. I've been good with animals since I was a kid. That's true. But, you know, as an artist, come on, I show my stuff in New York City. I've shown it internationally. There's another thing I'm good at. Totally unrelated to dog training. I can cook. Totally unrelated to dog training or animals. See what I'm saying? There's a whole list of things that I'm good at. I was good at sports. I don't know if any people with Asperger's are good at sports. Maybe they are. I don't know. I don't have Asperger's though. I don't. Why would anybody even say that? That just must be a common thing for trolls to say on YouTube. That's what I'm thinking. That it's just like, you know, I can't remember. Somebody said something earlier today that was just like, what are you talking about? You know, like nonsense. Like I do sort of remember what it was. Somebody underneath one of my videos called me Elmer Fudd. Okay, now I don't look anything like Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd was bald. He's bumbling. I do not look like Elmer Fudd. If, you know, make a reference that makes sense, okay. But Elmer Fudd doesn't even make sense. And the only reason why this person said this, I'm sure of it, is because that's what Trump called Sessions recently, called him Elmer Fudd. And, you know, there's people that have like no imagination, no originality. It's the truth. Totally unoriginal. They hear, oh, Trump called somebody Elmer Fudd, so I'm going to call this guy Elmer Fudd. Jeff Sessions, Elmer Fudd, because, you know, you can sort of see that. Or Mr. Magoo. He also called him Mr. Magoo, too. It's ridiculous. Trump, a lot of Trump supporters are not that bright. That's the way I see it. Some are, I guess. I don't know at this point if you're still supporting that guy. You know, it's not looking so good. It isn't. Speaking of that, the Democrat that won in Trump country yesterday is just a sign of things to come. It's the truth. The Republican Party is going to be tore up because of Donald Trump. I said this, you know, I vote GOP. I didn't vote for Donald Trump. There's no way I was going to. I said this not too long ago that there's, you know, I'm really seriously considering never voting for a Republican again because of the way things have been going down with the Republican Party. Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell. It's a whole list of Republicans that are total disappointment. Total disappointment. It should be about this country. It shouldn't be about your stupid party or even you winning your goddamn election. And if you're a Republican and you have an election coming up, you might not win because Donald Trump isn't helping. It's a fact. It's just a fact. You know, I'm driving around, it's snowy out, there's like snow drifting around. A lot of times I think this and like, you know, how would this have been? How would this be for me if I lived 200 years ago? I mean, I'm driving around in a warm car, you know? Just everything would have been so much more difficult, you know? Me walking around in the backyard is nothing. You live 200 years ago or something and you had to go shoot a deer or something to eat. It's freezing, you're pretty much risking your life because you have to eat. It'd be horrible. It'd be horrible. Like, I live in Beaver Dams, which, you know, I have neighbors and everything, but like, it's rural, that's for sure. There's no, you know, it's not like living in Brooklyn. I live in Brooklyn too, so, but the point is that like there are people around, but if it was 200 years ago or 250 years ago and you were living, well, there's people that do this, like in Alaska, they're living, you know, hours away by plane from any town where they can even get a doctor. It just sounds miserable to me. It does. Life is difficult enough. And then to have that, you know, it's like a stumbling block. Gotta go chop some wood. It's freezing. Horrible.